So with the ease of access to working digitally, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, is there a tendency to step away from initial design ideas by playing, tweaking? Are there any benefits and / drawbacks to this process?
So do you mean that you stray away from what you initially drew or intended to do by just letting the technology
exactly that.
go? I don't know really. I think that I've never done that, but then I don't know whether that's because I think maybe it's because I've always used a computer, I don't know, but I always use the computer to achieve something that I've got in my mind's eye. I think that's the thing. So I don't really get personally I don't have that thing where I'm like, oh, I'll try this effect or whatever. I don't really have that, so I use the computer a bit like a pencil anyway. I don't really do anything particularly digitally sort of smart.
Is that like from an initial layout or sketch you've done, the computer's used as a tool to create that digitally?
Yeah.
As opposed to, I've kind of got a vague idea, I'll see what happens when I get on the computer.
Oh, I don't know, because it's funny, isn't it? Because I'm trying to think of all the different types of projects that we do, and sort of different, like say a piece of print book design. It's very rare that you would sketch out every page. You'd be doing it on screen, wouldn't you? So, but that I just have accepted that as the process of designing a page. Do you know what I mean? Like it just starts on the computer, doesn't start here. But then on other things like identities and logos and stuff, that always starts on a page first, and then you just try to recreate it on you. So I don't really do it. I remember ages ago there was this film that came out, and it was an editorial designer, and he'd filmed his screen for a day whilst he designed some layouts for New York Times magazine, I think it was. And then he played it all back really fast, and it did show it, and it was a process that I know I do as well, that when you're working on screen on a page layout, you like printing off the spreads 1,000 times, and like text is going massive and then small, and then the words are moving on their side, and so maybe that there is a bit of that. Like in certain types of design, there is a bit of that, I think. But I'll try and probably do that as little as I can, really.
So you try and stick to your initial?
I think so, yeah. I think I do, yeah. But I think certainly, I suppose that's why I keep coming back to page layout, because that is something that is really hard to have an initial idea with, because typography, do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I know that I'll need something really chunky and tall and compressed, but then you've got to go through the rigmarole of like finding the chunky, tall and compressed fonts that will work, and then trying them, and then the ones that go with it. So yeah, you could say that that's like a bit of extra time spent, because the digital aspects of it, because I suppose years ago you wouldn't have even had that luxury, would you? It would have just been like, you must have had to have been shitloads better at choosing fonts, basically, because you can change it all, can't you? You can find it and change it. But there is that. I think that certainly in page layout, that's where that happens. But in other things, it's weird, isn't it? Because I think in other things, like recently did this animation where I'd never illustrated an animation before, but I decided I'd do it. But that was another thing. It wasn't like the digital was slowing it down because I was able to try lots of different things. It was like I couldn't have done that by hand. I had to draw it on screen. Like it's a vector illustration. It's like if I'd have tried to do that by hand, I would still be doing it now. It was like that. It had to be that way. And but I do really see it as a bit of it's a tool like all the rest of the tools, isn't it? Like a camera.
I agree.